Hello everyone, I'm Pat Landreth, Vice President of Safety and Human Resource here at Ozark Motor Lines. Thanks for tuning in to our first episode of Ozark Online. I have with me today Kevin Davis. Kevin's recently been selected to be a captain on the Tennessee Trucking Association road team. He will be serving in that capacity as well as driving for Ozark for the next 2 years. The road team is a select group of drivers from carriers all across the state of Tennessee. Their mission as a road team captain is to support the trucking industry, to take the message to other people outside our industry about how to share the highway safely with big trucks. And so multiple times throughout the course of the next 2 years, Kevin will be called to go and represent our company and the industry and the association, and he'll be making presentations to driver ed classes, to civic groups. We even did one here not just recently to a career day for a second grade elementary school. So it's an opportunity again for us to take the message of trucking to the other people that don't know much about trucking and help them learn to share the highway with the big trucks in a safer way. So, welcome, Kevin.
How you doing?
Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your recent selection to the road team.
Appreciate it.
And I thought we would start off by you telling everyone about how you got started in trucking.
Okay. Well, I got started when I was 7 years old, actually.
Okay.
My grandfather used to take me out of school and taught me how to read a map. My grandfather used to be a racetrack junkie. We went to every racetrack in the United States. I would be his co-pilot. I'll tell him which way to go. He couldn't see out of one eye. He's a Vietnam vet. And that's what got me started. I used to talk on the CB when I was 7, breaker, and the whole works.
So at 7 years old, you were in a big truck?
No, I was in a Lincoln Continental.
Oh, in a Lincoln Continental.
Okay,
so this is just a navigation thing.
Yeah, I was a navigator.
Okay,
but you talk to all the truck drivers.
Right.
And that just got my blood.
Okay.
You know, truck drivers say, hey, you should be a truck driver. You should be, actually, they said you should be a DJ. And they would say, you should be on the radio. Because when I talked, they were like, hey, that kid sounds good, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how I got started. I learned how to read a map, talking to the drivers, and it never got out of my blood.
Okay.
And
you remember your first trucking job?
Yep. One day I was sitting in a Motel 6 on Brooks Road in Memphis, Tennessee, and I seen a truck driving school commercial, the Tri-State Truck Driving School. And I said, hey, I want to do that. Went down there, it was right across the street, enrolled, paid for it, went to Enos, Texas, and became a truck driver.
How about that?
First job was at CFI.
Okay.
And
they're still in business today.
No, they're back. They went out of business.
They went out of business, but I'm saying they're back in business.
Yeah, they're
today.
back in business.
They're back in business today.
And I was one of their best drivers then, and I was like, okay. So I moved around, and then I became a fleet manager. I've got a long history of stuff.
Well, let's talk about your Ozark history.
Okay.
So, how many years have you been at Ozark?
I'll be 28 years, July 1st.
So, just here in the next 6 months, you'll be on 28 years.
28 years.
Okay. Have you always driven over the road, or have you driven for Ozark in a different capacity?
I've driven over the road, and I've been a dispatcher for Ozark. I've been an owner-operator for Ozark.
Okay.
And what else? Trainer.
Okay, and you're currently a driver trainer, I think, right?
Still a trainer.
Okay, and you're currently on dedicated runs for FedEx.
Right.
How long have you been doing that?
I would say about 16 years.
Yeah.
Something like that, if not more.
So your route right now, what's a typical week for you?
Well, I go to Chicago twice a week, and when I'm training, I add runs in between. On my off days, I'll do keep them moving so they're not sitting.
To get some variety
Yeah.
also with
Oh,
the driver
yeah.
instead of running the same
Yeah.
place all
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. And how long you been training?
Close to 16.
16 years?
Since they started the training program, I've been
Okay.
training.
All right.
I've been training for Ozark since they started it.
I think we currently have about 30 trainers. Most of them are like yourself over the road, but we have 5 or 6 that are city trainers. We call them city trainers. They work locally, and when a driver struggles to with his maybe backing maneuvers or twisting and turning, the city drivers do a lot more of that than over the road.
Right.
Because you're just turning a lot of miles over the road.
Right.
So a lot of times we'll put them with that. But regardless, it's
That's a good idea, too.
it is, and it helps us move more people into the industry
Right.
versus depend on just experienced drivers. So the student part of it is an important ingredient in the success here at Ozark.
My son is one of those trainers for the city.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's move on to talk about the road team. Tell me about the process of being selected to be a road team captain.
Well, you have to be selected by your company.
Nominated.
And nominated by your company first. You have to have a clean record, good background, good history, and everybody's got to pick you. I don't remember that part.
Well, so Ozark nominated you
Right.
and sent you to Nashville, where you had to make a couple of presentations in
Right.
front of judges,
Right.
and a panel of judges that listened to all the people that had been nominated.
Right.
And so I think the first year we struck out.
Yeah, we didn't make it the first year.
First year, but it was a good experience. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
So
I feel like I was part of the team anyway.
right, and so what did you learn from that first experience that helped you the second
Well,
time you went?
What it does is it makes you a better driver, so you can get back to be in there.
Right.
You know, so you can get nominated again.
Right.
You don't just say, "Oh no, that's it," and then everybody at your own company thinks you're something special just because of the fact that you got nominated.
And it is something special
And it
because,
is.
I mean, for example, we have 800 drivers
Right.
at Ozark, and we have not until recently decided we really wanted to get involved in the road team program.
Right.
But the first year we sent you up there, and as you said, it didn't work out, but it was a good experience, and so helped you prepare better for going up there this year in October, November, and doing a better job and them selecting you.
Right.
So now I understand you're fixing to go through some training with them.
Right.
And do you know anything about what the training will be?
Well, it's going to teach you how to talk. It's going to teach you how to present yourself, and
But you've already got skills in there
yeah.
because you've been a DJ before, right?
Yeah.
What else have you done speaking wise?
Pretty much radio.
Radio.
Public speaking radio.
Right.
I've done that's it.
Right.
I've done that the majority since I was actually 12.
Right. But other things that help round out your ability to do a good job with this kind of thing, you've had other things that you've done, right? Coaching.
Coaching.
Hadn't you done some
Oh,
coaching?
you mean football coaching?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
just in being in a leadership
Yes.
position.
Football, Boy Scouts for my,
Boy
with my
Scouts,
son.
yeah.
Yeah, all that
Yeah. So it just kind of
prepares
helps.
you for talking.
Yeah, it does. It helps build some leadership for you to go out and now go make presentations in front of other people.
I got blindsided the other night.
Yeah.
I was called up to speak at Jesse Henson's funeral.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, just for those of you who maybe haven't heard, Jesse Henson, a 20-plus year employee here in our safety department, and just has done a tremendous job, worked in several capacities, and Jesse took a fall off a roof during Thanksgiving and wound up passing away from the injuries that he sustained. We'll miss Jesse
Yes.
tremendously here at Ozark Motor Lines, so little tribute to Jesse.
Yeah.
All right, so we're fixing to go into training, and then we're going to start going around and making presentations.
Right.
And I think you'll have someone that'll be with you on the first few, like a mentor.
Right. You have your mentor.
Yeah, so there'll be another road team captain that has already been in place for a year or two that'll work with Kevin, and help him get comfortable with the presentations that they're asked to make. So, by the way, if you know of a group that would like to have someone come make a presentation, a civic group, a high school or driver's ed, or even they're even making presentations at the elementary and junior high schools.
Right.
If you know somebody in your area that would like to have a presentation made, you can contact us, or you can contact TTA in the Nashville office and request for a road team captain to come out and talk to a group. And just so you'll know the way this thing works, Kevin will be paid just as if he was at work. That's our commitment, is that we'll not let him have any of his income suffer. And then TTA pays all the expenses. I think they've already fitted you for uniforms and that kind of thing.
Suit, polo shirts, pants.
Right. And so it is an honor, and we're proud that Kevin's been selected. He'll be serving on the road team for the next 2 years. Actually has an opportunity to possibly serve a third year, depending on how the first 2 years go. He may roll over into a third year capacity. But each year it kind of concludes with a great event called the TTA Annual Convention. And that's held each year in Sandestin, Florida. It's an expense-paid trip for Kevin and family to go down there, and just a really nice venue. And it's an opportunity for the entire association to acknowledge the accomplishment of what the folks like Kevin have done to become a road team captain. So maybe you'll want to be a road team captain with Ozark someday too. We'd be happy to talk to you about that. So just give me or somebody in safety a call if you'd like to talk more about it. Anything else?
Not at all.
Okay. Hey, thank you again for the first episode of Ozark Online. We'll be back soon with somebody else that'll be a unique story to share with you.